Hey everyone, I'm here to talk to you about the Medicare Part D donut hole. That sounds like an interesting thing to talk about today. What is the donut hole? Well, it's a Medicare Part D gap, a gap in coverage, gap in prescription drug coverage. Let's see. So let's explain this here. In 2016, after your total drug costs reach $3,310, enter what is known as the coverage gap. Okay, so you get to $0 to $3,300, 310 to be exact. And once you reach that point, you're at a gap in coverage. So while you're in the gap, you will pay 58% of the plan's cost for most of your generic drugs and 55% of the plan's cost for brand drugs until you reach $4,850. Okay, so from $3,300 to $4,850, that's the gap area. And you have this weird 58% of the plan's cost for most of your generic drugs and 55% of the plan's cost for brand drugs. Okay, that makes sense so far. Once your total out-of-pocket costs reach $4,850, you qualify for catastrophic coverage. What a catastrophe. I mean, that's a lot of money, $4,850. So once you reach that $4,850 threshold right there, you qualify for the catastrophic coverage. So what happens then? You will only pay a small coinsurance fee or copayment for covered drugs for the remainder of the year. Okay, so just a small coinsurance fee or copayment for the covered drugs. Okay, so they call it a donut hole because your prescription drugs are not fully covered. If you fall into that little segment of not below it, but not above it, but this little donut hole, then that is where your prescription drugs are not fully covered. It looks like they're 58% of the plan's cost for most of your generic drugs is covered though. Okay, so what is covered for that $4,850 that you're paying here? So this is what's covered. Your yearly deductible, coinsurance, and copayments, the discount you get on covered brand name drugs in the coverage gap, and what you pay in the coverage gap. That is what goes towards reaching that $4,850. Okay, so what doesn't count for that $4,850? This is the part that it's just money down the hole, right? So your drug plan premium, that doesn't count towards the $4,850. What you pay for drugs that aren't covered. Okay, so make sure your drugs are covered. And drugs purchased outside the U.S. Do people do that? Why would they be purchasing drugs outside the U.S.? Okay, so we have this little info sign here. What is this little info? When possible, using generic medications can be a great way to avoid reaching the donut hole. To save money, speak with your doctor and about your medication and find out if there are generic alternatives. Okay, so that makes sense. I mean, sometimes when I get allergies or whatever, there's the Claritin brand, and then there's the knockoffs or whatever, which is like 1/10 the price. So that makes sense there. So that's the donut hole. I guess you can go online too and say like it's super confusing, the pricing scheme and everything. You could probably just say donut hole calculator in Google. Let's see if we can find something here. Let's see. Prescription cost calculator. Oh, this is for Medicare, yeah. Okay. So what do we do here? Let's find a drug. I was looking at this Medicare Part D plan here. Here's the formulary. So here's all the drugs. Let's just say Alinea. No idea what that is. But let's see. Let's put that through the donut hole here. Let's see what happens. So let's see. Don't qualify me. Why not? Wait for this website to load. Okay. So it found it. So I guess you could put your drugs through this calculator here. You would just say continue here. Let's say we take one package per week, maybe. Okay. Okay, coverage review. Oh, let's just continue on to the pricing here. Okay. Okay, so this is cool. This shows you, let's see, what is this showing you here? Here's your stage 1, your initial coverage, which is what you'd be paying, $141. This is where it is in the gap. You'd be paying $907. So that gap is, yikes. It starts to get expensive there if you hit that gap. And then once you hit the stage 3 catastrophic coverage, it's back to $100. Or, sorry, not back to $100, it is $100. Whereas it was initially $141. So there you go. That is the donut hole for you. Hopefully this video helped you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm not an insurance agent. I'm not associated with Medicare, etc., etc. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you dislike this video, please give it a dislike. I'd rather you like it or dislike it rather than be indifferent. So thank you for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.